Okay, we can start again. No, I'm living now here, of course, in Astana, and I've been here for half a year now. Before, I have been working in Almaty, also for a short period, let's say half a year. And I visited Kazakhstan previously already twice, just as a visit. But I'm comparing Kazakhstan in its development very much in relation to a previous international experience I had, because I've been working as a president of a university in Qatar, in the Middle East. And there I've been working for 3.5 years as a president. And Qatar and the region as such in the Middle East is also a fast developing country with quite a lot of money to spend on developments. So they can speed up the processes. And when I came to Kazakhstan and started reading about Kazakhstan, I had a feeling that there are many similarities between the developments in the Middle East and the developments in Kazakhstan. Although the countries and the cultures are, of course, very different. But the fact that you in Kazakhstan have many resources in order to sell to the rest of the world, that is the same thing with Qatar. And there, the people also experienced the same situation, coming from a situation where they didn't have a lot of money, coming from a situation where the country was not a real country as such, and because of the oil and gas, suddenly it started to develop. And then you can see that most of the governments also in the Middle East started to invest a lot of money in education, in universities at first. And after a trial-out period, they found out that investing in universities is a very good thing to do in order to develop the potential of the country. But you need to start the developments of your population earlier in time. So in the Middle East, they started to realize that they have to change the primary education system and the secondary education system, and give that an international touch. So in Qatar, you see that many schools, many secondary schools, are currently changing into an international curriculum. So they speak, of course, Arabic, but at the same time, all the people in the street nowadays, they can speak English very well. And I think there is a similarity in developments in Qatar and in the Emirates, of course, with the situation here in Kazakhstan, because I can also see that the investments in Nazarbayev University, for instance, excellent. It will help the intelligentsia, the intelligent people of the academics to create more potential for Kazakhstan. But at the same time, you see the developments that also the national universities, they will have to change. And that is based on the Bologna agreements that have been signed a few years ago by your president again. And he did that because he wanted to have the European academic background also participating in the developments of Kazakhstan. I think that's one of the reasons why Kazakhstan signed up with the Bologna agreements, which makes a change, because then you can have much more interaction with, for instance, European universities. And the interaction with the European universities can stimulate education here in Kazakhstan. And I think when I look at the people, and especially our students in our Kazakh University, I talk a lot to them. They amaze me because they have a lot of potential. And the current education system also within our university, I want to be honest, we are trying to change the system into a system where we can tap the resources that these students have, because they are very modern, forward-thinking. They have seen much more than we think because of the social media and the interaction with foreign students, and also during their vacations, traveling abroad, the Bolashak fellowships, that help a lot in order to create an atmosphere in which the students can grow. And that is also one of the reasons why our university decided to change into a trilingual university as of next year. And why trilingual? Because the young population in Kazakhstan, they love to speak English. They want to be in touch with the rest of the world. And of course, Russian will give them a lot of advantages already within the former Soviet Union, but English can add value to their international experience. And I think based on that, they can bring back a lot of things that we need here in Kazakhstan. So I think the potential of the students here in Kazakhstan is excellent. But we need to give that the international touch, the international flavor, in order to change the educational system in such a way that the students become much more, let's say, self-confident. They don't need a teacher to learn. They have to find their own way to learn. And if you learn it by yourself, then the result of what you've learned is much better. The quality of it is much better in comparison to a situation where a teacher is telling you what to do. Because then you copy-paste from the teacher what you have to do, but you don't know what to do with it, because you don't apply it. And that is also one of the things I think Dr. Nazarbayev, your president, said. We have to create education, also in universities, education that can be applied in our society, which is useful. And that is exactly what we're going to do, and that's why we need also the support of the European universities to make a little change here.